pumpkin and mice are going to turn back into the coachman.
Reed got them both. 6-point Aggie lead, their biggest of the day. Mouton to Starks. He leaves it for Stokes. And a timeout. 58 seconds left in this one, and the Aggies lead it by 4. Everything in the Aggies of New Mexico State's favor. They've got fouls to give. They've got the possession arrow. They've got a 4-point lead. And they've got the rowdiest cheering section in the business. But Southwestern Louisiana would argue that point. 71-67 here. And the Aggies with that lead, and they're going to use one of those timeouts because Sam Crawford couldn't find somebody to get it to. Wise call by Crawford. Timeout. Still 58.2 to go, and a 4-point difference in this one. Will be the lowest seed to advance to the Sweet 16, and we are 58.2 seconds away from finding out if it'll be Marty Fletcher's Ragin' Cajuns or the Aggies of New Mexico State who have the ball in a 4-point lead. Chris Hickman brings it up, and he's fouled from behind by Marcus Stokes, and that will be all for Stokes. He has had a whale of a game, but he's going to leave this one, and it may be his final appearance in college basketball. The 6'8" senior leads with 15 points and 10 rebounds.
Marcus Stokes, a very quiet leader, getting congratulations from Sam Crawford. You wonder if that left wrist really bothered him at all.
He hurt that early in the ball game, taped it up, came back, and now sits down with less than a minute to go. And at the free throw line will be Chris Hickman, an 84% free throw shooter, one of the best in the Big West tourney. Wife Tammy saying a little prayer. If he buries a couple here, it's going to be an awfully steep uphill climb for the Ragin' Cajuns. The Aggie shake going on the bench.
Chris Hickman was telling us about coming from Clearwater, Kansas, signing with New Mexico State out of high school. One of 3 players only to sign with New Mexico State, going all 4 years. William Benjamin, Ron Putzi, and Chris Hickman. And Hickman out of Clearwater, Kansas, said, we only have 1 stoplight.
Yep. Smallest town, he said. I got 1 stoplight. It's in front of the elementary school, and you got to push the button just to be able to get it to turn green so you can walk across. He can walk on water if he hits these 2 free throws. Got one. His best 2 games of the year have come in the last 2 games. 13 points against DePaul. 14 points against Southwestern Louisiana. It's a 6-point lead. Allen takes a 3 from a mile away again, and Reed the rebound, and he's fouled by Eric Mouton. And now the Aggies can feel it. It looks like they're going to get them, or Louisville, one of the 2. UCLA and Louisville, our next game. If it's anything like this one, you'll be in for a treat in that one, too.
Cliff Reed with that 6'11" arm span, 11 rebounds in this game.
He hit his first 2 free throws, and he missed 3 in a row. He has now hit his last 3.
A 6'5" junior out of Las Vegas, transferred from Dixie College. Grew up as a Rebel fan, but said, let's go to the Shooting Aggies.
He's got 21 points to go with all those rebounds. 8-point lead. Mouton, nice dribbling act. And he got the 3. And a timeout. Final timeout for the Ragin' Cajuns, who trail by 5.
The art of brewing is about control.
Controlling the process, the quality of the ingredients.
Every little detail.
That's how we bring you a great beer.
Well, once it leaves here,
you're the one in control.
We want you to enjoy our beer.
At a ball game, a barbecue.
At dinner with the family.
After work with friends.
But please, drink responsibly. Remember, friends know when to say when.
We'd all appreciate it.
A reminder from the people who bring you Budweiser.
Who is the world's greatest athlete, Dan or Dave? Dan is a champion decathlete. Dave is a champion decathlete. Dan wears Reebok. Dave wears Reebok. Okay, so who makes the most noise? To be settled in Barcelona. If your face were square, shaving would be simple. If your face were flat, any razor would do. But your face has curves. You need the revolutionary Schick Tracer, the first razor with a blade that flexes to trace every curve on your face. Compared to other razors, Tracer puts more of the blade edge against your skin. For real faces, just like yours. Tracer from Schick traces every curve on your face.
You can ski a live volcano. Take a dip in the Colorado. Take your bike way up in the blue. Catch your tidal wave and go. You can sled without the snow. But you've never done nothing like a diet do. Full tilt taste. You won't believe it's a diet. You can leap, you can fly, take a ride in the sky. But you've never done nothing like a diet do.
The death of a wealthy contractor puts Nick and Sylvie on the trail of an architect with a blueprint for murder. Get out! Sweating Bullets, Monday.
Vivian McCarthy on the right, Cynthia Fletcher on the left. There's the husbands. And New Mexico State and Neil McCarthy on the right. Quite possibly on their way to the Sweet 16 with a 5-point lead and 38.7 seconds left. They also have the ball. Crawford got it into Hickman, who got leveled.
He's the one guy you don't want to send to the free throw line the way he's been putting them down. Plus, he's an 84% free throw shooter coming in. He has started the last 10 games. Malcolm Leake started earlier in the season. Started the first 22 games. And then Chris Hickman took over for his defensive purposes.
Neil McCarthy said Chris's athletic ability didn't fit into the speed game we were playing last year, so we changed things up, adjusted our system a little bit because we wanted to utilize our 6'9" senior from Clearwater, Kansas, who's hit 7 straight free throws, 6 in a row this half. 76-70. I don't think they've missed a free throw since those guys started that act. Chris Hickman from the free throw line. Looks like he's going to help send New Mexico State back to their home state of Albuquerque. 34.1 seconds left. Eric Mouton picks up that foul, and he is fouled out. And the 5'10" senior apparently has played his final collegiate game.
Well, starting out in the beginning of this game, Brad, you sure thought it was Southwestern Louisiana, how they just stifled Sam Crawford. He just couldn't get things going and get his big guys involved. And all of a sudden, free throws at the end and rebounds. Cliff Reed and Chris Hickman really coming through for the Aggies.
Chris Hickman's hit 10 for 10. He actually missed one, but there was a lane violation which erased that attempt, and he came back and buried the next one. And now a perfect 10 from the line. The Aggies have made their last 12 from the stripe. Make it 13 in a row from the line.
Give it up, baby! Give it up!
He got that one even with a roll. A half minute left. Hill for 3. USL's out of timeouts, though. They have no way to stop it. Final 20 seconds. William Benjamin, and he's fouled by Todd Hill. The Chevrolet players of the game: Marcus Stokes of Southwestern Louisiana and Cliff Reed of New Mexico State. Reed with a double-double. And although Hickman hit some gigantic free throws, Reed's 21 points and double figures in boards gets him that honor.
You know, Southwestern Louisiana was really still in the game with over a minute or around 2 minutes left to go. They were only down by 4, and Michael Allen came down and really casted off a long three-pointer, which really kind of took them out of it.
Benjamin at the line. The last NCAA win before Friday for the Aggies of New Mexico State was back in 1970. Under Lou Henson, they went to the Final Four. They lost to UCLA in College Park, Maryland, and then beat St. Bonaventure in the consolation game. Well, they're going back to the Sweet 16. The pride and joy of Las Cruces, New Mexico is set to go back to their home state, and they'll be in the Sweet 16. Hickman with a rebound. We're down to the final 5 seconds. And Sam Crawford almost got the jam. The Aggies are going to the Sweet 16. The number 12 seed in the West. The clock has struck midnight for USL.
The old Chihuahua Trail.
Welcome to the pitch in Albuquerque, New Mexico for Game 2 of the West Regional Semis. The 12th seeded Aggies of New Mexico State against the top seeds in the West.